Ontario students have been learning from home for months, and while some parents would prefer a return to the classroom, others are reconsidering conventional learning styles. In this installment of Learning Lessons, we look at the growing interest in homeschooling and why more parents are thinking of making the switch. For more on this, Patty Marler of Canada's Homeschool Legal Defense Association joins us now. Thanks so much for joining us, Patty.
Thanks for having me, Candace.
So, Patty, you say there's been a significant increase in the number of parents and families making the move to homeschooling. Why do you think that is, and what are you hearing from parents?
There has been a significant increase. There's been a doubling of homeschooling across the country. I think it's because parents are finding that they can meet their students' learning needs at home very well. Many parents have found that their students' special needs may not be being met. Their individual education plans may not be focused on. Their advanced learners aren't being challenged, and some of their average kids are just not the squeaky wheel and they're not being attended to. So the one-on-one tutorial method, the ability for parents to move on as kids learn, the ability for kids to learn to competence, to really understand processes, has really stimulated a lot of parents to continue on. Anxiety issues in many kids have been completely resolved or significantly resolved. And some parents have even said that their own personal anxieties have been reduced as a result of them choosing to home educate.
So, I guess the pandemic has kind of provided an opportunity to see what's possible in these months of learning at home. Whether you chose to or not, because in some cases we were forced to keep them home. But you've also come up against a few misconceptions when it comes to homeschooling. For example, that it can cause delays or challenges in hitting social milestones for students. How do you respond to notions like that?
Well, I mean, socialization is one of the greatest myths about homeschooling. Homeschooling kids have a lot of social opportunities. They meet together in groups for learning. They meet together in groups for sports. Lots of people are a part of home education co-ops. Home ed kids are involved in community sports. Their interactions with kids are on a wider scale, not just limited to their own age group and classroom. So their social skills are actually much more advanced in many cases because they're more comfortable speaking to people of greater age ranges, including adults and younger children.
Yeah. So what are the advantages to homeschooling that you won't find in the mainstream school system? You've mentioned some of them right there, but I'll allow you to continue on.
Sure. There are a lot of benefits to homeschooling. Academics can really be focused on for a child. You can choose curriculum. Homeschool.today has information on how to choose curriculum, where to purchase curriculum. And so parents can focus on their students' needs. They can focus on their students' desires. Family relationships get stronger. Post-secondary institutions often advocate for homeschool students to come into their programs. One university said their homeschool students received an A- average in school.
Yeah, who'd have thought that? We are short on time right now, but before I let you go, some parents have also been considering homeschooling with their kids in another group of children, like neighbors or friends. How can this be done safely during a pandemic? And I guess, have there been other challenges that have been presented by the pandemic?
Yeah, parents are creative when they're home with their kids. Some of them do like Zoom calls, some of them do Zoom games, outdoor activities, depending on the range of limitations because of COVID. Or they have their own bubble of homeschool people. So there's lots of ways that parents can work together with other families. Homeschool.today has a number of ideas on how to work together with other students, on how to form co-ops. Homeschooling really is real life mixed with real good education.
Okay, and I'm sure that would be a great resource for parents who are looking to make that switch in September. Thank you so much for your time. That's Patty Marler with the Homeschool Legal Defense Association.